Gold across Australia. It's Jonesy and Amanda driving you home for Jam Nation on Thursday.
I'd like your thoughts on this, Brendan, because I know recently you read, it took you about a year to read it, was the world's thickest book on the Beatles. A very detailed story.
The Beatles. It was a forensic account of the Beatles going way back to even the parents of the Beatles, before the Quarrymen, before any of that, how they all got together.
When they were all gametes.
It was just, it was so forensic, but at the same time, you know, there was all these little bits that could have changed the whole music history.
It's a great thing to read the stories of people who go on to be perhaps the most famous people in the world. To read the beginnings, you think, little did they know that everyone in the world would know their names.
And Ringo Starr, for example, it was looking like he wouldn't even get past 20, you know, when he was... He almost died.
Ill. He was in hospital.
When he was 12,
he
nearly died. Now look at him. He's like 1,000 years old. And he's dead. He doesn't even know it.
He looks better than most people his age,
doing
ironically.
well. He's still on the kit.
Well, what do you think of this story? Paul McCartney has recently said that he took a phone call from Yoko Ono not long after the tragic death of John Lennon, and she thought, quote, that he might have been gay. This is what Paul McCartney said. I swear she rang me shortly after John died and said, you know, I think John may have been gay. Paul McCartney himself said he's known Lennon since the age of 16 and became a man with him, and he didn't think so. What happened in the book?
In this book, it speaks about the relationship between John Lennon and Paul McCartney, and they said they were almost like a couple.
Yeah, that's different.
But when Paul McCartney was 16, John Lennon was 19. George Harrison was 14. And John Lennon was this art student, and the other guys were in...
Answer the question, Council.
And Peter Sutcliffe, the drummer, he was Pete Best? Which one was it? Yep. No, Pete Best.
But that's not answering my question. Did you get a sense of this in the book?
Stuart Sutcliffe, sorry.
Was
I got
he gay?
You can't handle the gay. You possibly.
I can. I'm just interested.
I don't know if he was gay. He probably helped them out. Helped them out when they were busy.
But in those days,
it's trendy to be gay.
They were all taking a lot of drugs. They were all experimenting. They were all trying to break out of their suburban lives. And if you're one of the most famous people in the world, why wouldn't you try a bit of everything?
Yeah.
And I wonder if John Lennon is looking down from heaven and going, "Shut up, Yoko! It was once."
You have it off with a bloke once.
And look, your wife tells Paul McCartney, and when they're in their 80s, they blab to the world.
Imagine. Coming up, I like Thursday because not only is it Pi Day at the radio station, but Double A Chattery drops today.
It's a charming one today.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you why next.
I'm peaked about this. That's coming up on Gold.